Hello, Akko here. Welcome back to Resonant Rise 3. I am all on my own again. It's a bit quiet on the server today. I have just sorted all this out. Thank you for all the comments. I've got many comments from many people and they were all really good information, so thank you very much. I have had a play with a couple of solutions in single player. The one I've actually gone with is the one that off the linked video that Awesomeness actually made himself. And what I've done, I was kind of close, but I was a little bit far away, and the reason was I actually tried this slightly wrong. This import bus wants to be on the main network, so I was running the red cable behind this crystal growth accelerator anyway. So you can see behind that yellow cable, the red cable runs behind this and puts power into this. I had a yellow cable putting power into this at the back. So now that red cable puts power in, which means I can bring it round here. So the actual crafted items go straight back into the network. So this little sub-network, all it's doing is putting things in. I've changed around this a little bit. This is still an interface with the 3 patterns in. This is now also an interface. And it doesn't actually do much. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything, that interface. But what happens is this interface pushes things into that one. Oh yeah, that's what it's just accepting them, innit? And then we have got storage buses on here instead of import buses, export buses. We've got storage buses, and each storage bus is set to the things that can go into it. So there we go, and then silicon in the bottom. And once the thing is made, it goes straight back into the network, so it comes out of the storage, out of the crafting CPU. So that works very nice. I shall make some processors. I've got 64 of them. Let's go with 7 of them ones. It's just easy to take them out in a minute. Then. So that's going to craft me 7 of them. So we should end up with 32 of them. And in here, there we go. You can see the items coming in and going straight out, which is exactly what I want it to do. And in here, you should see that's making them, and that's where the silicon. That's doing the silicon. So that is all working wonderful now. The other thing I've done with it is this crystal growth. I still don't like the way this looks, by the way, but never mind. This crystal growth chamber, it wasn't, because I've changed this around, it wasn't putting out of the, it wasn't putting out of things here because it was putting into this, which isn't part of the same network, of course. So it wasn't exporting the completed pure crystals properly. So I've changed it around a little bit. It doesn't matter what side this goes at. If you look at it, it's all the same. So what I've done is I've put a block ME interface in the back, which can both put power into this and let power transfer along there, and have the patterns in it. So I've got the patterns there for the pure Certus, pure Fluix, and the Fluix. So they can go in for the back, and it powers for the back as well. And the import bus comes out the side here. Gave me another little issue with the fact that that connected to this cable, which made it part of that network. Didn't want that, so I put this quartz fibre that was under there, making this little sub-network powered, is now connected into that. So that's actually kind of neat the way that's worked out. I'm quite happy with that. That is alright by me. So what I can do now is I can put inventory tweaks getting at me already. I can put everything back. Don't want that there. I can put all this stuff back. That wants to be there. And now I'll start to tidy this up with some facades. And Robert's your father's brother. Everything's nice and tidy. And all is good in the world. And that all works nice. So yes, thank you once again for all the comments. Still not done anything with that. I have made one little thing since the last episode. And you can probably see it in my bar. This thing, I mentioned it. I have a last episode before. Drop filter. Very simple. Okay, is leather string and flint, and then a void stone, also very simple, is smooth stone on an ender pearl, and then in this we create this guy, item filter, also very simple, yellow dye. I want a bit of paper. What I can do with that is if I click on that, I can add things into there. It's very much looking like a filter from extra utilities, but it's also got the metadata and the or dictionary. It can be whitelist or blacklist. Very nice little thing there. So that sits inside the voiding drop filter, right in there. So we'll make the voiding drop filter by combining them two things. And as you saw in there, I've got squid seeds set in that. So now I'm going to come out here and sort these bastard squid seeds out. Instead of these going into my inventory, just gone, voided straight out of my inventory. So I've got room for 9 things in that filter, so I can have other stuff in there like cragstone, for example. That is a very nice little thing added by Random Things. Now, a couple of things I want to get on with this episode. You're being a bit noisy, aren't you? I forgot what I called him. Was it Trev? I thought I'd named you. Oh, it's Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Yeah, you stay there. I want to put the other guy back out here somewhere. I need a cage for him. The Eldritch Guardian. No, I know it wasn't him creating the fog. My power system, by the way, when I'm online, it does drain down. So I can only stay online for so long. My power does not do enough when I'm online. When I go offline, this player interface, of course, turns my E network off. So whenever I come on, after being offline, it's full. But the longer I'm on, the more it drains. So I need to kind of deal with that, I guess. This is all run off this still. I'm going to create a little bit of power now, actually, in this episode, but whether it'll make a difference in that, it probably won't, because the power I'm going to create is very minimal and more about how it looks than what it actually does for me as a power source. Anyway, next thing I want to do, I mentioned last episode about Podzol. Podzol, this stuff. And you make it with spruce leaves. That's one of the ways of getting spruce leaves. Now, if you look, I could share leaves and stuff, but I actually do it this way. Chemical synthesis machine. So I'm going to do a little bit of man chem, which I've never done before, but I've had a quick look at this in single player, and it's, for what I want to achieve here, it's very straightforward what I want to do. I just need a couple of blocks, so I'm going to chuck them together real quick. I need a chemical decomposer, which needs an atomic manipulator, which is a block of iron, and some pistons, which I've got none of. Good start. So pistons, let's have a stack of them because they'll always come in handy. And iron, let's get a block of iron. In fact, a stack of them will come in handy as well for the meteors. So so one of them, and then some iron and redstone gets me a quick chemical decomposer, and I also need a chemical synthesizer, which is another one of them, so why don't I make two? Because I did not know. And same again, but with a diamond instead of one of the irons. We've got two quick machines there, and these need power, of course. So I'm going to stick them there for now. I'm guessing they don't share power between themselves, so I'll just, for now, stick that up there. I'll get power on top of that, I believe. Does that need power? That one certainly does. It's got that there, look, powered. I'm guessing that one needs power as well. Let's take it off there and have a look. Do I not break it with that? I'll try. It's cheap enough to break. Okay, that was cheap enough that if it did break, I could always make another one, so I didn't mind doing that. So we'll stick that there and see if it works. They look kind of nice, these machines, don't they? I like the look of them, very labby. It's got a little test tube dropper thing in there. So what I'm going to get is some logs, which I've got a load of. I need to make another chopping golem, just reminded myself. And I'm going to chuck that in there, chemical decomposer. Going to go in there. What that's going to do is just break that down into cellulose for me, nice and quickly, using a bit of power there, all good. And what we can do with that is put these in here, in that pattern. So you see there, depending on how you put it in different patterns you get different stuff. So if I put it in one on its own, it gets me a spruce sapling. Two gets me, it looks like a spruce log, yeah, spruce planks I mean. 3 does nothing. 9 does nothing. That one gives me spruce leaves. So now they're in there, I can just go like that and click. It does need power. There we go. Look at that. How cool is that? I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, that does need power. Okay. So to get further into this mod, I would need to make a book. I'll make the book really quick anyway. So I do obviously need to make this look a bit nicer and have it so that if I want a lot of this stuff, I'd want to automate this, of course. But for now, I can just go like that. Can I do that now? Still not putting power in through that. Oh, it's having me over. I don't want to break that with them in just in case it destroys them, because I know sometimes that happens. Sometimes that can happen. So, chemical synthesizer. I will make this look nice. This room needs a bit of a redesign actually. And now I've got power. There we go. Right, if I've got power, I can make that. You don't get loads, but it's going to get me enough to, once I've automated this, of course, get some dates to make myself some of that. And I'm trying to craft in a pocket crafting table that I do not have. Brilliant. There we go, that gives me some pods. Only 8, but you know, I only put 1 stack of logs in there, so I can get some of that stuff, which I might not end up using because I need to actually build it as a path and see if I like it or not first. But as I said the other day, the plan is to have the path into around my village made out of this stuff, with some of them path things randomly placed on it. So it looks right. Well, the next thing I'm going to do. So it's an episode of little things. This is going to be. The next thing is I want to get into a little bit of ancient warfare. I want to see how easy it is to research stuff. Now, I've been watching Lion's videos, Yokai Temple, which is across there, which is very awesome, and he's got some real nice stuff going on. All these village, that's his storeroom, I'm guessing. Looks like a storeroom from above. All these villages running using ancient warfare. He has got guards, he's got workers, he has got couriers. It's all good stuff. He's got water wheels down here creating a little bit of power. He's got a gate on this fence there. All awesome. And I wanted to get into ancient warfare, and I thought you had to do it all using the NPCs, which I do want to get some NPCs, but I think I can actually do research without getting the NPCs to start with. So let's look at ancient warfare. This mod, I could really fall in love with. So first thing I know I need in this is a book. I'm also going to need, not that. Let me find the book. Come on, book, show yourself. There you are. There's a book. So let me get a book. There we go. And I'm also going to need one of these, research station, and an engineering station. So nice and easy. All vanilla stuff. One research station and one engineering station. And it turns out I had all the bits ready. Awesome. So there, I'm going to go store research. Well, I need to be near a terminal, really. So let's stay up there for now, because I'm going to need to be grabbing stuff on my network. I should add wireless AE as well. That might be one of the little things I had in this episode. A bit of wireless AE. You can go down here for now. So we've got a nice little research station there, and nice little engineering station. So what we do with this book, first thing we have to do with this book is, see there's no researcher there, if you look at the tooltip, is then to click it. So now it's researcher name, Echo the Builder, so that's my research now. If I look in here, there's all this stuff, and you can see what you need to get to this stuff. So what I want to research is construction. So what that's going to give me is the ability to make iron gates, which I want for that wall up there, which is very cool. Extremely awesome. So I want to learn construction. If you look at these things, not all of them are populated because the guy who makes this mod, I've not actually checked his name, the guy who makes this mod, he's adding more stuff to it all the time. So there's chemistry, combustion, quite a bit of the stuff's empty, but quite a bit of it's not empty as well. So some of the things that Lion's using is agriculture. So he's got farms, crop farms. He's got I don't know if he's using animal farms, but he's got the farming module. He's got that stuff, and he's got command, because no, not command. Leadership. He's got leadership because he's got a town hall. He's got priests. He's got workers. So that's the first thing you need to do to get your workers is research leadership. You make a food bundle. You combine it with something to get a worker. It's not showing the recipes in here just yet, but I'll show you for why in a minute. But yeah, what I think I want to learn is the theory of gravity, because that lets me create a water wheel generator. The wheel, so that lets me get these torque things, and a windmill. Awesome. I want to make a windmill. and construction. So that gets me the gates. So that's the thing I'm going to be aiming for. So let's have a look in here. If we click, without the book in our hand, if we click on the research station, I can now put the book in here. And what we do is we click on adjust research queue, and if you look there, that's the only things I can research. So at the minute, I cannot research construction. I cannot research, was it engineering, the wheel, gravity. I can't research any of them, so I have to research some of this stuff. You see, if I research that, then it opens up this other stuff for me. So invention, if I research that, I can also research engineering. Engineering lets me research construction and the wheel. And was it the theory of gravity was the other one I wanted? We'll come back to that. So I've got invention, engineering, construction and the wheel. So let's take them back out a minute and look at them tabs again. So engineering lets me make a quarry and workers for a, I think they're used in the warehouse part of it. So that's like a basic one. So engineering lets us get construction, which is one that lets us get the gates. That's awesome. And what else was it? There was the wheel, which is the windmill one. Okay, we sent got the theory of gravity one. But they're nice as well. Them flywheel things look really cool. So I can actually tell you what the prereqs are, does it? For these. So anyway, we can get the ones we want. So if I put that back in there now, without it being in my hand, of course. So our current goal is invention, which is the first one that I clicked in there. So we've got our research queue, yeah? So invention, for that we need sticks, string, torches and charcoal. Nice and easy. So let's have a look in here. Sticks, string, got no charcoal either. I didn't bother getting them because I know I've got them in here. Sticks, string, torches. I need to make some charcoal, so I'll cut 1 second, get some charcoal made, and I'll be back. Right then, got myself a bit of charcoal. Let's put ancient warfare back in there. I just had to go and make a void barrel void upgrade for feathers because my feathers barrel was full and there's feathers all over the place. So that's now voiding feathers. So if I put that in there, what you'll see happen is the stuff that's needed is gone. We've got a little progress bar here. This bit here is if I wanted to attach an inventory next to this, so I could just put like a few stacks of this stuff in inventory because most of it uses, as you can see, the same stuff. So now we need paper. Let's get some paper. So if we're looking here now, in fact, let's before we do that, so I can try and explain it. So what have we learned? We've learned engineering. We learned. I can't remember. I think it was engineering we learned, wasn't it? So if we look in here, what am I doing? What am I doing? I want to look in there. So one of the things you can make in engineering was a quarry, wasn't it? Did I say a quarry? Quarry, yeah. So if we look through here at the quarry block, there it is. You see there, it's AW crafting, and that means it needs to be crafted in this thing here, in that thing there. So what I need to do is put the book in there and then try and craft it. So let's try and craft something I have not researched yet. So for example, if I want to craft a gate, because we're going to be crafting a gate anyway, we need some smooth stone, a redstone and twine. So let's grab that. A stone, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A redstone and 2 iron. It's all very cheap, this stuff, because I think it's designed to be played with like on its own pretty much, isn't it? So that, if we look at it again, you see there, that's AW crafting. So if I do that crafting in a normal crafting square, it's not going to work, which I'm sure you understand, but I'm going to overkill it and show it anyway. That does not get me anything. So if I take them out of there, even though any eye shows me that's how I make that. I need to make it in this table, so if I put them in here, still nothing, because I've not researched it. So what I need to do is carry on and research until I've got the thing that lets me do that. So now, our current goal is engineering now. Okay, so now we're doing engineering. So I can't remember what the first thing was that we needed. Well, I'm sure it'll come to me. I think the third thing we need, I believe, is going to be the construction. Was that right? So our current goal is engineering. Once that's done, we can now make AW crafting stuff that the engineering tab has in it. So now we could make the quarry. Right now I need iron ingots and an iron pickaxe. Right. So iron and a pickaxe. Stick. Just one pickaxe. I think it was, wasn't it? So in we go with them. One pickaxe, yeah. 4 iron ingots. So that can come back out, that can come back out. You see, this looks like sticks, torches and string is the mainstay of the research stuff. So now we've got construction done. Sorted. And the next thing, okay, so we need for that a dropper and a hopper and stuff. So I'll do that off camera. That's all we need to get the windmill. So I'll do that off camera. Now if we look in here, still can't craft that, but if I put my book in, now I can craft it, look, because I've got the research. So if I go like that, bam, I've got a lovely iron gate. How cool is that? Let's go and put it somewhere. Yeah. So if I jump up here, and where do I want this? I'm going to have to change this around a little bit before I want it, because I want a drawbridge as well, but let's go with it. Let's go with it here. So I'm going to go with it so it fills this area here. So what I'll do with this is, if you look at it there, it says press Z to set bounds. That Z is an English letter, not a European one, not an American one. So I've pressed Z and now it's letting me create this box. Now I press Z again, and now if I right click, bam, how cool is that? So there is our gate, and what I do is if I click on the side of it, there we go, it opens. If I click on the top of it, can I not reach the top? Come on, shut. Oh. So it's sad to open. Oh, it's just been a bit slow. Was it doing its full range of motion? How cool, how awesome is that? So that is something like 5 minutes to get to the point where I can make a really cool moving gate. And it's going to look a lot cooler once I finish these towers, like. But there we go, that is a gate. So what else was in that tab? Was a drawbridge in that tab as well? Now drawbridge, my thing's not really set for it. I'm going to have to build a moat, aren't I? I am going to have to build a moat around my base. Because why wouldn't you if you could build... Why wouldn't you build a moat if you could build a drawbridge? So I've given myself more work to do. That's alright. It's good work. I like it. Cool. I'll cut camera. I'm going to... That needs to be one level higher, of course. To make it look a bit better. Let's quickly do that. Have we got any cobble in here? I've got loads of cobble. Building with cobble. Old school. But because it's chiseled, it doesn't look as bad as maybe it should. No. Bring them across there. That's going to look better when once it's fastened in. And of course, if you remember last episode, I said I'm going to build this kind of. I'm going to try and go for a Skyrim look with this cobble and stuff. So I want to have a. What am I doing? What am I doing? This isn't the this isn't vanilla. Builder's wand. Bam. So that looks kind of better, doesn't it? And yeah. So above this, we're going to have like wooden ramparts along the top and stuff, which I think I mentioned last time. Don't know what this podzol stuff. I want to build a good path of it down there and see what it looks like. So now I'm going to spend about half an hour off camera making myself some podzol, and I'll do that research for the wheel, and I'll find out the research for the water wheel as well, even though I'm probably not going to make a water wheel. I'm more interested in the windmill. I might build a little tower for a windmill. Okay, well, it turns out I've been massively sidetracked and got on with nothing of what I said I was going to get on with. I've just started an issue that I had. I was looking at this. I was on a bit earlier after I'd recorded that section, and I've pulled everything down upstairs. I'm going to start again. And this was going down. It's going down miles too quick. So I got my network tool, got my bag here. I clicked onto my screen, and I was using about the same as that, about 400. I looked across there, I thought, well, there's actually had 2 more. They're 80 for tick, there's loads. So I came across and had a look at them. It turns out most of these were sat at 1399 megabuckets and was producing 0. So it turns out all this time that them have been not quite full. The ones that have been not quite full, they were sitting just below the threshold of creating power. So they've been sat there not creating power. So I wasn't even creating 500 RF. So it must mean half of them was offline. So I did a couple of things. One is I made 2 more vats. Now I think it's not that much overkill. It's gradually filling up, I think. As you can see, it's been a while, and so we are in excess because that one's filling up. But the other 2 are, so I'm not exactly sure how much this produces, how often. But we have got an excess in there, which is good. And but it still wasn't doing it, so I came on the back, and I looked at the fluid pipes next, and I was looking at that. I'm looking at my inventory here. I've gone on to the end of fluid ones that do 200 megabuckets a tick. Millibuckets a tick, megabuckets. 200 millibuckets a tick. Maximum IO 800. Then I had them pressurised ones in. There was max extracts 100. So I don't think that was pulling enough. So I changed them, and now everything's okay. So my power, even when I'm online, is sitting nice and full and staying online. So I've been running with half my power offline for so long. So that got me all sidetracked anyway. So I've not actually done what I said I was going to do. I can replace this now that we've said that. A couple of things I've still not mentioned that are from the comments from the last episode that I wanted to mention. Now, one of them is, let me just get rid of this, and then I can concentrate again. And maybe I want to facade all these again, because there was facaded. All these plates behind here. I might just leave it like that stone for now. Can I get out? Have I locked myself in? I have. There. And then a bit more stone and some of this wood. And we're all kind of tired again. Yeah, I need to facade everything again, don't I? You can see all the pipes through it. So I'll do that later on anyway. Never mind. So, yeah, a couple of things I've not mentioned since the last episode. Got them in here. On my to-do list, still blood magic reagents, ready for the demon invasion. Let's make a start on witchery, certainly. And, yeah, build work. Okay, space is in there. Okay, and galactic craft, because we've got galactic craft, I should go to space. The things I've not mentioned, one is water bottles. So if I get myself a water bottle, got any in here? No, I've got some bottles though. If I get myself a glass bottle and quickly fill it up with water, and now look at it, you will see that the aspects on it, it's got both aqua and vitreous, which is what I need to turn my Certus quartz into 2 Certus quartz. So what I want to do is get some way of also crafting water bottles, and the sensible way of that would be the I don't even know what it's called anymore. The oh no, my brain's gone. Extra cells. There it is. Of course it is. I need to look into extra cells, don't I? Why is it not showing there? Is it on one word? On one word. Extra cells, I believe that's going to let me get fluids in and out of... I've used that before, haven't I? I can't remember how to use it. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've used extra cells. Well, 1.6.4 anyway. So that's probably the way I should do it. I might have to do it a bit of a cheaper way before that. But yeah, that's got both aqua and vitreous. So with a little bit of auto crafting, so it makes it a bit more fun. I can make that my method. Right, I'm going to get rid of them cheaper ones because I don't like them. I'll keep the ender ones because I do like them. Now actually, I'm using 2 less. I'm getting full power, so I'm going to run with two zombie generators less because that seems to be fine. So yeah, as if I've been running, God knows how long, starved myself of power. What a noob. And then the other 2 things that was there on that list, if we look, level limiter quartz and energistics auto crafting. Christ. So I just put out a video about 5 minutes ago, so yesterday from where you are, that shows my take on thermic energistics and how to integrate it with your Thaumcraft and with your applied logistics. And hopefully it's been well received. I don't know yet, but one thing I noticed when I was doing that is there's a whole part of Thalmic and logistics that I didn't even notice we had, and it's this guy here, Arcane Assembly, and the not the essential provider, this thing that I can't see because of knowledge inscriber. That's it. And I don't even think I've researched them. Alright, let's have a look. So they, look at that, I've not even researched. I thought I'd researched everything. I can only presume they came in at the same time as the Eldritch stuff that came in, that we went to the dungeon and stuff. And because we were excited about that, we actually missed the fact that that had been added. Now that is auto crafting for arcane workbench recipes. So that should be getting added and putted right there. Putted right there. And the final thing is this. Currently we're out of aqua, of course I am. Let me get some reeds, because I should have some reeds in here now, because I have added it. Yeah, cool. Use some reeds for now. I'll do the water thing at some point. I've added the ender chest to my system there, so I can got a bloody magnet on, have I? Turns out, turn you off, chuck you in. Sweet. So I've changed this around. Did have ME interface on the back. This is from a comment as well, so thank you very much for the comment. I've changed it so it's got just a normal ME export bus on the back with a level limiter, and it's set to keep, I believe, 64 Certus quartz in the system. So once it drops below that, this is a little bit of a slow method. Once it drops below that, it'll kick some more Certus quartz in. So once that there drops below 100, below 64, are you coming back into the system? You don't seem to be. Have you finished? Oh, you have. Okay. So the thing is though, I've got to get quite close with it. Watch. So if I go like that, 73, let me get, there we go, roll in. So I think it's set to 64, so I've got a 63, it should start taking some out there. So it's taken 1, 2, and because it's taking more and coming back in, it's gradually going down. Hopefully it's going to catch up. Slightly flawed. What's happening is, because it takes time to get from there and out there and back in, it's actually not getting back in quick enough. What I need is speed upgrades on that bus, don't I? Let me get some. Oh, got some there, look at that. That's handy, isn't it? Tool will do, hopefully. So I'll get my wrench out. So it kind of gets, when I drop below 64, because it's not quick enough to replace the ones it's taking to double up. Yeah, you're just a block. You're just a block. Then it's actually getting itself caught in a loop. So is that enough to get rid of you? Let's have a look. Troubleshooting. See, look, it's down at 22. Yeah. It's an issue, that, isn't it? The more I put in, the more gets stuff shoved into there. The thing is though, once it's been up and running, that'll have 64 starting it, won't it? These are for sure now, by the way, because I'm only going to have like one recipe in there. So even though I've got possible 9, they're just for sure, just make it look like the rest. So yeah, actually, once that's actually got 64 in there, shouldn't be an issue, should it? Because it's going to sit with 64 in there. Right, so should be okay. Let's have a look now then. Let's get some glass, because now we need glass in the system. Get a load of glass. Of course, that just has vitreous and nothing else, and is auto crafted. Love that noise. Blub 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 blub. So that's going to keep going until it gets itself back up to 64. Oh, it's back up to 80 anyway. No, because that's going to keep cooking them, innit? So that's going to always set that back to 0. Yeah, I've got an issue, haven't I? I've got an issue. So let's see what my options are. Right, anyway. Never mind, I'll just leave that to cook them up now it's got them. Not a big deal, I suppose. I suppose it'll eventually catch up, won't it? Once that's full, and it's not ticking anymore, I think it'll be alright. Anyway, what's the worst that could happen? We can have loads of status quotes, and that's not a big deal, is it? So, I've decided to go right back to the basics. Pulled all the wall down. I'm going to move these blocks out of the way. I'm going to have my main gate out here. I'm going to raise the ground back up a little bit. I've got rid of this building, I've got rid of the lake, and I'm going to do some building between episodes and actually work out my little town here and start again. I moved my tree farm across here a little bit, and the first thing the golem did when I put him down was he broke my my portal, Alfarm portal down, so that was fun. I changed that around a little bit thanks to Rorax. What I've done is a slightly better method of doing this that I didn't even know about is I put hopper upgrades on the barrels here. Now I always thought a hopper upgrade, if I was to put that there, would start feeding things into the chest, and if you leave it alone it would. So that's not ideal, but what you can do is with your hammer, your jabber hammer, this guy, you see I've got it there set into the hopping mode. So see in brackets above my bar, it tells you what mode it is when you pick it up. Resonating, hopping. So I meant to pick it back up again. But if I click on that, not shift click, just normal right click, it's a little arrow there. That's in its normal mode. So now if I put the chest down, it'll start feeding wood into the chest. Like so, which is I thought that was the only way it worked, but it turns out wonderfully, one click with that makes it so that it's now pulling instead of pushing. So now if I put that down, any wood or sapling that go into there get pushed, or get pulled into the barrels. Very awesome. And I've also added a golem fetter there so that my golem turns himself off. It's got a redstone facade on that side and a redstone upgrade. So it turns out that uses all 7 upgrade slots, which is kind of perfect. So structural level 3, it's got a 3 upgrade. In fact, we can see the upgrades. We'll look at that. So it's got 3 times size upgrade. It's got a void. It's got a hopper. And it's got a redstone. So once this gets full, the golem will stop here. If it gets more than full, then it'll just void whatever's excessed. That one's just got a hopper and a void on it, and turns out that uses 3 as well. So that's actually kind of perfect number of slots on the iron upgrade and the gold upgrade for what I want to do with a tree farm. How cool is that? Right, so yeah, I've destroyed all this. The gear I just wanted to show you, or you get rid of it because I didn't show you that bit if you want to move it, because it is a little bit tricky. Let's say tricky. Tricky is maybe not the right word. Put some stuff away while I'm here. That wants to be away, and you can go in, you can go away. So, get myself some blocks. You'll do. So let's build a gate again. So 3. Let's do a little 3 by 3. If you build one of these guys, so if you remember again, it was Z, go to there, press Z again, and then right click, gets you your gate, and it does work with redstone signal as well. I'm told by, let's have a look. It's all lies. Yeah. Does that not work then? I thought that would work. It doesn't go on the side there, does it? No. Where's that gone? Where'd that button go? It's behind there, isn't it? Well, I can't see it though. Oh, okay. Meh. Anyway, getting all sidetracked again. So there's a nice little gate there. If you want to get rid of it, what you've got to do is shift and click. Oh, the button's going to get in my tits now. Get the button back, okay. If you shift and click, there, you see that? I've got to repack, did it too bloody quick. So, if you shift and click around somewhere, what you'll get is that thing there, repack gate, there you go. So, that lets you put it back into a block form. So if you was wondering, you can't break it with an axe or anything, you've got to do that. Right, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm unfortunately going to have to leave it there, do a short episode, while I work out exactly what I want to do here. Yeah, this, what my issue with this is, I don't know if I've said it, is I don't think I'm doing this landscape justice. Everything I do I think looks ugly. That, I'm pulling all that out as well. I'm going to change all that. I'm going to put that into its own Britannia tower or something. But, tell you what I'll do. I won't finish just yet. I'll build a little, tower here. I want to build the windmill that I said I was going to build. I want to put a windmill. Which way to face it? I'm going to put a windmill facing out. I'll face it that way. Yeah, I'll put a windmill facing that way and see what it looks. I'm going to get rid of that tree because I don't know what I planted that for. It's nice to have an apple tree, but I don't need it. And I'll come back once I've got the little tower built, little windmill built, and I'll show you the workings of it. Okay then, and I have got a little windmill built outside. I thought the episode was about 20 minutes long. Turns out I'm like 40 minutes in already, so I've been talking too much, it seems. The other bit of research I did was mathematics, and that opened up the theory of gravity. So that's what you need for the water wheel stuff. So I'm not going to do any of that at the minute. What I am going to do though is I'm going to create a few things out of here. We're going to start with a windmill controller. So that's just two wooden gears. Wooden gears are like that. So two of them guys. If we clear that out, we can now put them like that. Look how cheap this stuff is. There's a windmill controller, and then we're going to want a. I'll make one of these things just because it look awesome. So I need two more gears for that. I should have made more gears, okay. Two more gears for that. And put them there and there. Was it like that? Oops. No, it wasn't like that. What was it? It was a hitch. So, flywheel controller, and what I should have done is actually measured how tall my building is. That needs some glass panes. Let's get a few glass planes. We'll start with 4, and I'll make more because it's going to need more than 4, I believe. So I don't actually need this. I just like the way it looks, so I want it more than need it. And it's that cheap. Why not? You know. And I'm going to want a couple of torque shafts, I believe. So that needs more gears and some of these torque shafts. How do you make them? That's just 3 logs, okay. 3 planks even. So 2 of them. So 4 of them. Was it 1 for 1? Yeah, it was. Okay, and 2 more of them gear things. One, 2. Going to get us 2 torque shafts, and I think that's what I'm going to need for that bit. And then these things, windmill blades. Now what actually one of these is, I'll show you when we get out there. We create a square of these, so I'm actually going to want 64 because I want an 8x8 windmill. I want more than that, don't I? Because I want it to, it's going to have a centre block. I'll tell you what, let me get some more sticks. So it wants to be 9x9. It's 81. Let me make this so far that I can expand it later on, can't I? So we'll get. I can't believe 9x9 took me that long to work out then. Stick, damn it. Wonderful. I actually like this table a lot. I like the way it looks. With a little hammer on it, and that with its book and its blueprints and shit. So all good stuff. And that is not correct. What have I done wrong? Where's my windmill blade? Sticks in the middle as well. I'm going to have to make 59i. So there's 59 of them, and we should be good to make a start. So if we run out here, you'll see up there a nice little windmill. Nice little, it's just a basic tower. It steps in one there, and then comes up again. And I just made a little roof out of this stuff. It's called roof tile. It's from Britannia. You can see that's an actual block of it there. Roof tile on Whaler, and then all carpet and slopes, of course, and some chisel blocks and some window frames out of multi parts. And what I want to do up here is, I think this is going to put it the wrong way. Oh, that's going to not do what I want it to at all. Hammer. I'll do it the proper way. If I can find my hammer, there it is. Come off. Come back to me. Thank you. So let's shift click that on there and try that again. Yeah, it's done it the wrong way. I thought it was going to. So it's to come inside the building. I've done nothing inside here yet. I'm going to do a nice little windy staircase up to the top. And then what I want to do then is get my windmill controller, put in there. Then what I want to do out here is I want to get these shaft things. And that should form a multi-part. And I actually need 2 more of them because I'm going to want this thing in the middle. So let's just, for now, that gets to the middle, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's going to go there. And then these things come underneath this. I want these things to come right down to the floor. What this does is this stores energy for later use. What I'm actually going to be doing, did I just destroy that? Where you go? I think I've destroyed it, haven't I? Oh. Certainly seems to have gone. Well, okay, be like that. Break that glass. So I'll have to cut in a minute because I'll go make a couple more of these shafts and some more of them. So I want to how many of them do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably 10 because I'll make a little, like a wheel around the bottom here. So that's that. And what we do on the front of this is we grab these guys. Hopefully someone else will sleep for decks. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be miles more blocks than I've got in it. 4, 5. It's 11 by 11. That's 120 on, isn't it? So loads more than I made. So this actually takes a little bit more wool than I thought it did. So I'll get some more bits made, be right back. Here we go then, I've made, is it 121, and I think I can go bigger still. So I may go bigger still with this once it's made, but it's going to look a lot better once it's formed a multi-block than it does at the minute. Oh dear, I'm lagging. I've just destroyed one that I'm going to need. No, I've got them all. Bam! There we go. Check that bad boy out. Oh, that looks so small. So yeah, I certainly need to make that bigger, don't I? So I need to make a lot more of them. Look at that. Check that out. That's rotating the thing there. Very nice. So if I come down, I can't believe how small the blades are. So what we could get in here is now, if I get my wrench out, I should be able to wrench these torque shafts so they actually work. So let's get that one wrenched first. No. No. Come on. Oh. Is that the wrong thing? Why are you not going like that? I think the other one, I lost that thing because I broke it with a I think I didn't check back, but I think I used my wood axe, whereas I should have probably used the pick. Why are you doing that? Oh, you behave for me in my test world. I want you to form onto the back of that, please, if you would be. I've only got 3 of them now. I didn't know it's there. Why? Why are you no shafty? Is it the wrong thing? Shaft. That's what I've got in it. Weight torque shaft. Weight torque shaft. Torque. It's supposed to be something else. And it's not a junction I want. It's not a distributor. It's a shaft that I want, yeah. So that should be forming onto that. And it doesn't really want to, does it? I might break a couple of blocks so I can go out here. Try and do it from this side. Did you break? You did. There we go. So, and it looks like I need to do it from this side. So if I put that guy back and that guy back, that's it, innit? Now that one. No, he's not going to play as he, so I'll just break him. And place him. And then this one. So if I do it this side, will that make it the right way? So what I want to see is that guy turning. There we go. Cool. So what's going to happen here is this guy's going to start spinning up. Like I say, I don't really need this guy because I've got power storage. But I like the way it looks. So what this is a flywheel energy storage. So if you were doing this legit with just this, if you had stuff that used energy now and again, so if you had like a worker NPC who came back, did a certain thing and then went again, then you'd need power for when he gets here, but you wouldn't need that constant power all the time. So this builds up, this stores energy. What we can see if we come and look at our thing up the top here, and the episode must be getting near 50 minutes, I'm going to have to wrap up in just a minute. Let's put them bricks back. What you can see if I wheeler over the actual windmill is we should see its power output. And we're not. Well, it was in single player. Yeah, it was in single player, but it's not showing it there. The bigger the windmill, the bigger the blades, the more power you get. Look how cool that shit looks. That's not giving me no power reading anywhere. Okay, but if I was to put a capacitor on here, on the back of this, you'll see that's going up at 390 RF a tick. Now it's going up at 319 because this is storing 320 RF a tick. That's its max output. It's actually stored so much it doesn't show you how much it's stored. This is probably only putting out about 90, possibly a bit less. If I go with more blades, I might get it up to like 130, or maybe a bit more, but it's still not a lot. It's not a massive amount of power, but Ancient Warfare don't use a lot. As you can see, that's putting out 319. Once this runs out, once this stops, so there's all its stored energy just about gone. So as soon as that stops, you'll see this drop down to whatever the actual fan's putting out, the blades are putting out. So come on, drop down. That's fully stopped. Here it goes. So we will see. There we go. So we're getting 110 RF a tick from that, and it's constant. So it's a nice steady 110. So it's like it's a bit more than a dynamo. So between episodes, I will get that as big as I can. So I'm going to get it right down to this. I think. So it's only woolen sticks, isn't it? So it's not a big deal. And we've got a nice little feature on our base there. Pardon me. I've been drinking beer. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.